Hi everyone, this is BDevine. Welcome again. I hope that you're awesome. I may not make a video tomorrow, don't know yet, as it is Thanksgiving in the United States and we just may have an early day at home here and have a lot of fun just alone, all of us. So I'm not too sure yet whether I'll be here tomorrow. So I did want to bring forth some messages for today. So basically what we're doing here is bringing forward this ancient system. Okay, everyone that hears the word flame, or they're activating their flame, or starting to understand what scrolls are and vaults and all these things, you're already charging ahead. You're already gaining more momentum than you actually realize that you are. And the one thing that happens with the soul energy and the fire energy is that it continues to work. This is not something that, oh yeah, that was nice, and then it goes away. Once you start this, there's no stopping it, okay? There's going to be times in your life where you can really see how this is working for you. Other times where you're like, what's going on? That everything may appear to be falling apart in some way or another. But you will also understand that your boundaries become very, very strong. The connection becomes even stronger. Your inner self is just talking all of the time. And you're no longer as concerned with things as you might have been in the past. Now, many of you know me, and you know, you've been watching my new stuff as well, but you've known me for a really long time online as, you know, doing readings or helping you with angel work and helping you with past lives and all of the information that I've put out over the years. But as we embark on this new era, I don't tend to rely on tools as much. However, I'm aware that you all do still like to look at pictures, and we're all kids at heart in a sense. So I am going to pull some of these Astro Star Codes cards today for us. And this is more, the way that I'm seeing it is it's a doorway, and it's also an opportunity for information to come through intuitively for you as well. So first thing we're going to do is a 4 to 6 breath to activate. So we start off by making sure we have our flame on. Okay, so once you've focused on the 3 rings that are around you, the 3 walls of fire that are around you, and you know how to activate that, then all you need to say is flame on. Okay, and that's all you need to do, and it sets everything in motion for you. Do it in the morning and do it especially before you go to sleep. Okay, so what we're doing here is we ask for this white gold firewall to be around us 360 degrees into the earth and up into the universes. And around the outside of that, we ask for a mirror flame wall. Okay, for me it's totally chrome. For you it might be whatever you think of. And this deflects away any attack or psychic energy or negative energy or whatever that is unwanted, unneeded, unnecessary, any mimic energy, any false energy, okay, any echoes, etc., that are not part of your journey. And on the inner level, the closest level to you, we have sapphire starlight flame shield. And this is the regenerative shield. This is the thing that starts working on healing. It's also the energy around you that is focused on deflecting things already in your energy field that are no longer required, no longer have permission, and restoring your vibration, right? Restoring your energy more clearly. So we have this set, and then we just say flame on. Okay, it is nice if you can practice doing it properly, you know, having it all set up. You can also then imagine that you have a white gold flame on the center of your chest with blue around the outside. Okay, and that as you're breathing, this is igniting As you're breathing, it's igniting. Okay, so breathing, healing, igniting. Okay, so we draw in 4 for 4. Okay, hold for 2. Okay, and then exhale. This time, imagine that you have fire at your feet. Okay, a white gold fire in a ring at your feet. Okay, you should start getting nice and warm. All right, so in for 4, hold for 2, out. Fire circle at your feet. Fire circle at your feet. Okay, and this is the energy of your spiritual team. Okay, those that are only aligned with your flame. Okay, that cannot come if they are from some weird contract that you made a long time ago that was negative. You want to get rid of all of that stuff. And as I've said to you, very soon there will be a foundational course. First start of it, just to have the basics, will be for free, but then you'll move into different experiences as you go along. So soon that will be coming. So we want to just, as you're listening, just continue to breathe and receive information. Notice things that you feel, tingles, pulses, itchiness can come up as well. And we shall reboot our energy field and receive some messages here. I'm going to close my eyes for a moment. And there's a sensation that people, you need to be confident in your beliefs, confident in yourself, happy with yourself, connected with yourself. Saturn, structure. See, confident, Leo, shine. Don't worry, I'm going to explain. Gemini, pollinate. South Node, past. Descendant, invitation. One more. Moon, perception. The structure here of Saturn is a time lord. Saturn rules time. People talk about their Saturn return, right? It's when all hell breaks loose in your life, and it's usually in sections of your life. But the Saturn influence here is also talking about things that you laid down a long, long time ago. It talks about your bones, your minerals, your teeth in your body as well. But things that you laid down a long time ago, you're remembering these things now. This is what's waking up in humanity, that we are remembering who we really are, like what we're really supposed to be doing here, and how we're doing this and having these memories and having this connection, all right, is breaking all the rules. Okay, because most people are constantly looping, okay? And the shadow earth energy is a very, very strong collective of everybody's negative thoughts, feelings, all of that. You don't want to be drawing towards you the things that you don't want. There is some sort of pattern in your life that you are changing now, okay? That you're learning to shift, and you're learning to shift it confidently. So I keep telling you about how you're going to have it's going to shock you how easily your boundaries are up, how easily they people start to recognize this as well. The vibe of Leo is creativity. It works with your spine as well. And since we have the structure here, and since we have a connection with your teeth and bones, with Saturn, connection with the heart and the spine with Leo, it could also be in some ways lifting a lot away from you. Maybe you're having a healing in this area, a reconstruction. As you really begin, okay, to trust yourself, right? And you really begin to understand all that you can do, you'll notice that nothing is by coincidence anyway, okay? I keep getting this message, all right? So I'm being asked to pause for a second, so hang on. You can't keep silent anymore, is what I'm getting. On a larger scale, we all can't keep silent anymore about what we do and who we are. For far too long, things like setting the right intention and being positive and all those things have actually been scoffed at. Although if you listen to any kind of therapist or counselor or psychologist, they will ask you to focus on goals. Create small goals for yourself. Don't focus on the negative. Continue to move in the pathway that you truly want for yourself. And so what I'm getting is, no more silence. I'm getting that some of you need to speak up about what you're actually doing and stop being afraid of everybody else's reaction to that. Sometimes even with this work, even with me, I hold back on what I really want to say because, I don't want to come across as abrupt or anything like that. But, I've never wanted to be that way, right? But I do have this urgency to stop feeling like I'm being smaller. Like I know I'm explaining to you everything I've been explaining to you for all of this time, right? But it feels like I don't exactly know what I'm holding back about per se, but it feels like I need to say more. So I am. You need to also speak up for yourself here. You have to get rid of the patterns of the past, the people of the past, the situations of the past. When I see people that are supposed to be leading humanity completely crumble in front of a camera or lose their crap or whatever, or are begging or are telling you all kinds of stuff that is very negative in nature and just hoping that you're going to cheer them up, that you need to stay away from that kind of thing. The scroll of no more silence is what I'm getting here, which means we are remembering who we really are and we're not going to be quiet about it anymore. We no longer will put up with nonsense, drama, delays, problems, issues, lack, okay, worries, concerns. We know that every decision that we make is our own decision. We must stand firm with what we will tolerate. And I think that this is coming very, very hard and fast. And not only that, but we have Gemini and the South Node here, your past lives, right? We communicated a lot of things in our past lives and we had a lot of issue because of it. We had a lot of problems because of it. It's like the Chinese whispers, right? By the time it gets back to you, when we were kids, we would laugh about this, that they'd start off with one thing and it would come back the most ridiculous thing that you ever heard. And that's because you were hearing what you were hearing, right? Chinese whispers, gossip, things getting out of control, right? Your past life may have been speaking up for yourself and having your tongue cut out or something, right? So, you know, we have to really, really start to look at the fears that we have on these deeper levels and why they might be there. Now, I'm not afraid per se of speaking. I've been doing it for years and years and years and years, right? I'm not afraid of speaking my truth. I'm not afraid of sharing something new, right? It's not the speaking for me, it's the misunderstanding for me, the Chinese whispers, right? But even that, I don't care about at all, because whatever someone thinks about you is what is their opinion, right? Which really doesn't matter to you unless you care about the person. If you don't care about the person, you're not going to care about their opinion. And even deeper than that, someone saying something negative about you is just the same as someone saying something positive. It's the same energy. It's pushing towards you. It's giving you power, right? So no matter what someone says or someone does, you're still gaining if they're wasting their time on you, right? I used to love it because every now and then, you know, people would write something narky or nasty or Christian or you're going to hell, Becky, or whatever it was, right? Something in the comments. And I thought, well, I've just won because you've taken the time to tell me all about how much you don't like me, when obviously you do if you're sitting here watching, and wasting your energy on it, right? So think of it that way. All of your family members and people that don't like you or gossip or all of their BS, right? They're fascinated with you. That's why they can't stop talking about you. And your heart says, God, how can you think, oh, how can you think so bad of me? Oh, God, I can't believe this. Look at all the stuff I do. Oh, right? You're not getting anywhere because these people are unhealed. They're in an unhealed reality. They're projecting all of their own bullshit because they know you're going to take it on. So don't. They want to talk, they're leaving somebody else alone. Let them talk, right? You also need to talk. You also need to share your beliefs, what you're doing, what you're up to. Your perception is strong. You know, the energy of your descendant vibe, the seventh house cusp. Um, the descendant vibe is, you know, how you enter into things, right? And it's showing you here with the moon that, you know, you perceive a lot of things before you're into them. Sometimes you might overthink before you go into something, or you might presume what someone else thinks. And you know what presuming means, right? Or assuming. What you know what that means, right? So sometimes the thing about the moon is, um, okay, the thing about the moon is that it can be cray-cray. It can be crazy time, right? It can be lunacy. That's why it's called lunacy, right? So you could have a crazy friend. You could have a crazy take on something. People could call you crazy, right? Because you like moons and crystals and you're actually focusing on the earth or whatever you're doing, right? So you're a tree hugger or something. All of that stuff, they're going to be laughing on the other side of their face, because everything is coming about as predicted for a long time. The world will go through a strip down. It will go through its changes. It will remove and shake off that which is continually going into that loopy stuff. And that will be the energy of the shadow earth, I guess you could say. And us who are flame bearers and who are moving forward and who are igniting and recalibrating, we're doing the work without even having to do the work, because you just put your flame on and it does the rest of it for you, right? You have this sudden deep peace for no reason. You have animals relaxing around you. You have tones that you hear, musical notes, a song, a sign, okay, number sequences. Okay, well, that's baby steps. You start seeing things that you're asking for. I want to see an owl. I'm going to see an owl at the shop. How are you going to see an owl at the shop? Not only that, but a gold one with white. As this is moving through you, it's cleansing, it's clearing, it's purifying your channel, right? Yes, there are tons of different scrolls. Atlantean scrolls, Lemurian scrolls, Egyptian scrolls, just about anything you can think of. There are soul documents that we need to retrieve, right? There are walk-in energies as well, where you're just walking in and taking over a role. I did that in 1947, which I will tell you about some other time. But yeah, I mean, the origin flame, let's see. Before the body, before the story, before the forgetting, you were a flame encoded with light, mission, and memory. You're not here to learn who you are. You're here to remember what never left you. This is guiding you back to your original essence, the flame that existed before incarnation. You begin to receive or perceive your soul codex, which is your soul manuscript filled with all of these different scrolls, not as a mythic concept, but as a living energy structure, encoded with truth, gifts, and destiny. I'm going to keep going. Okay. So, your divine memory body. Oops. This is going to be part of some courses and things. It is a file, a single, it's not a file, a single record, or even a scroll. It's a living dimensional light field that carries the complete architecture of your eternal being. It contains soul lineage. It contains core blueprint codes. It contains light gifts. It contains soul memories. It contains mission maps, which are key turning points and activations that awaken your full power on the earth. The soul codex is always active, but it becomes visible, accessible, and usable only when the origin flame, the soul's remembering fire, is fully activated. Okay? That's what we've begun. The origin flame is a potent symbolic and spiritual concept that carries deep resonance, the idea of creation, purpose, and soul's essence. It is often regarded as the spark of the divine origin from which all energy, creativity, and life emanates. So this is a profound point of beginning, not just in this life, okay, but when the soul's eternal journey across lifetimes, dimensions, but of the soul's eternal journey across the lifetimes, dimensions, and realms. This is the seed of your existence. It's when you first ignited in the cosmic womb, okay? The first spark of your divine light. And away we go. So the divine essence, the origin flame, contains the purest form of your essence, free from the distortions, the fears, the mimics, all of this, external influences. It's unconditioned, it's untouched by time. It represents your highest frequency and your divine potential. So as you evolve, the origin flame shifts, okay, and transforms. It grows in intensity. That's why by the time you get to the point where I am, after almost a year of talking about it, teaching about it, sharing it, putting myself out there, in a world that was relying on tools and tarot and Reiki and readings and divination and mentoring and channeling, light codes and all this stuff and just baby stuff, right? And Reiki's always felt like a band-aid. We always had to get to the deeper issue before someone was even going to be able to heal. I taught this. I taught my own methods of healings and things at my academy, right? But there was always something, like I knew there was something, like something else, something bigger, something more transformational, something easier, a system that was already in place that we had to tap into. And this is where it came. And I've been quiet about it for so long. Now I'm talking about it. People are understanding it. People are having experiences. I've got people around in different countries that wrote to me in such a way that it just blew my mind. This person told me they were a flame bearer. They told me about mimic energy. They told me about the dragon energy. They told me about their lineage. They told me about distortions. They told me about the blockages that the mimics were causing. They were talking about all of this stuff before I'd even made videos about what those things were, right? But they knew, okay? The origin flame is a guiding light on your spiritual journey, but it's not in front of you. It's within you. It radiates the truth of who you are and your soul purpose. This is why some people reject it, can't stand it, hate it. Hate it. They hate you for being you. Oh my God. So what? You know, wow. The thing of it is like, if you don't have someone that's encouraging you when you're down, they don't deserve to be there when you're going through it and you're up and you're ascending and you're growing, right? You are constantly renewing your connection to your true self with this. Once you get a year into it, nothing's going to stop you. And this is going to spread like wildfire. Finally, something is going to come that is going to literally change how we view things, do things, and live, making it so much easier for us. The origin flame is the purest form of energy that resides within you. It's not merely a passive light, but an active force of creation. This is why you will look different. This is why your body will change. This is why your eyes will appear different. This is why you will seem clearer. This is why you'll know what to eat and what not to eat, and what's going to make you put on weight and what will make you take it off, and what's an anti-inflammatory and what's not. And when something's happened to your body, what's that? What is that? Is this a release or a punishment? Like, what is it? Right? And this is radiating from your being as a form of divine willpower, constantly propelling you to manifest, create, evolve. Constantly, I'm here on video every single day, pretty much, right? May not be tomorrow, just saying, just in case. Might be an early day, if you know what I mean. Meditation. So we do this ignition ceremony. It's not really called meditation anymore, right? It's just a focus. Soul ignition ceremonies, right? Reflection, journaling, breathing protocols, different. There's even going to be a system that I will share that will share all of the different knowledge through, maybe through cards or something like that. Okay, let's see. Let me see just 1 second. Okay. Okay, so we even have celestial codexes as well, about activating your divine blueprint, and maybe this is connected with other realms, etc. I'm just going to quickly... All right, okay. I'm going to quickly just get one of my note things and share it with you. Okay. All right. Oh, I'd forgotten about some things that I'd written here. Okay, so the codex. The basic thing that I started with the flame was the Soulfire codex, and you can watch the video about that, which explains everything, okay? But still, this is your codex, okay? A manuscript. It's not a book, though it writes itself through you. You've entered this field that you've long prepared. And this was coded by ancient agreements and seeded across all these different timelines to get you to this point. I have walked many different lattices and timelines, etc. I have done shamanic work for years and years and entered into the astral realms like nobody's business. I am not afraid of any dark encounters, spirits, or entities. In fact, I know exactly how to get rid of all of those to help my clients, but also to help you never to be afraid of anything. And the Soulfire Codex, what it does is it initiates your command over all spirit, okay? Again, not saying that you're number one or that you're one of the chosen ones. It just is that way, okay? Evil spirits know that you're sovereign, even if you don't, and they laugh when you just let them have it. They laugh when you're scared of them because they're like, this person doesn't even know what they can do. They can get rid of me right away, but they haven't yet. Okay, this is fun. It's that simple. I am telling you, I have seen some stuff that would make your toes curl. But if you remember that you're sovereign, then you hold command over anything. So, I've walked through different star temples. I've walked through crystalline corridors between civilizations. And now here's the codex. We live it, we breathe it, we teach it, we build with it, right? The codex is a multi-dimensional architecture of your soul's divine record, blueprint, and activations. The flame sequence of your original light. Your scrolls, your missions, your gifts, your teachings, your keys. The guardian line, those who walk with you across time. It's no longer talking about all my spirit guides and all my angels. No, these are your guardians, okay? The soul business map. This shows you if you're working for yourself or whatever it is that you do want to do for work. You'll get a map of how to sort of put this into order for yourself, right? And each time we unlock something, we don't just gain knowledge, we shift the timeline. That's how it works. We magnetize our soul aligned energy and we activate dormant strands of energy and memory. And this happens throughout your community. Like I said, people have no choice but to either like it or lump it. That's what's going to end up happening. So, all right. So, every time we speak our truth, every time we put something together, every time we have an epiphany, every time we say no, I'm not doing that. I can't get over the fact that I'm just like, nah, no thank you. No thanks. No, I won't be coming. Before I'd be like, oh my god, they're going to ask me to come. Oh my god, what am I going to say? What you're saying is no. Nah, not interested in that. Okay, hang on just a sec. See, I never know exactly what's going on here. I just turned to a page that said hemorrhoids on it. It wasn't my hemorrhoids. It was someone I was talking to on the phone. Oh my god. Okay. All right. Becky, you need to get rid of your notes. I can see I'm going to be talking on one of these videos and go, hemorrhoid. Okay. Hang on a sec. Okay. I am not lost, I'm encoded. I awaken the flame buried in silence. My voice is not new, it is returned. there you go. We're going to activate the architect of flame memory, the dimensional loom. I've written about this before. I'm not looking at it right in this second. We are awakening ancient structures. We are removing all fake spiritual teachers by focusing. We don't have to do nothing. We don't have to say nothing. We don't have to exploit anyone. We don't have to mention anybody's name. It's just going to go because we're removing the mimics. We're continuing to voice our opinions. We are continuing to get stronger. We're not being violent or horrible or anything like that. We're just, no one's using our emotions against us anymore. This is part of the reconstruction of who you really are. Is that all of the old echoes of the past and the pain and the anguish and the hurt and the confidence issues and the betrayal, the manipulation, they just don't have a role in your life anymore because you simply don't tolerate that as your reality. This is as simple as I can make it right at this second. There are things that are negative that I will explain, okay? And no one else can teach what is encoded within you either, right? So people might be able to hear this language and then go off and say, okay, I'm going to It's not going to work if it's not coming authentically. And you may not understand all of this at first with your minds. You're not meant to. It's not for your mind. The flame remembers, okay? The flame remembers. So here I am. I wrote a reply to someone that I wrote it down in my book, right? Because I was waiting for this person I did not want to have to deal with. Nothing against the person or whatever. It just took up too much time, right? We'll just put it that way. So I had it written down what my answer was going to be. I never had to use it, but I'm going to tell you. Thanks for thinking of me right now. Hang on. Thanks for thinking of me. Right now, I'm going to decline. My plate is as full as I'd like. I literally wrote that down in case I needed to use it. You can use it. You can use it. Perception. Oh my God. Okay, here's another one for you. All right. And it's good if I just read to you my notes. Now, that's my friend's details on the back, so we're not going to look at that. I revoke all unconscious or hidden soul contracts with those who seek to observe, mirror, or drain my light. All false cords are severed now across time. I call back my full sovereignty. The light scaffolds are restructuring. New flame frequencies are embedding through your body. See? Write yourself a list of stuff. Write yourself a little book like this. And then you can just pick it up and remind yourself, like, for only the soul can read what was written before time. Only the heart will remember. Only the ones who carry this flame will feel the words burning open the gate. Right? On we go. I'm not here to interpret your path. I'm here to ignite it. What you feel when I speak is the flame. The flame of sacred identity. The Atlantean flame architects. The blue gold codes. The temples. The grids. The high frequency structures. The Egyptian oracles. The Sheshat symbols. The star ancestry. The source code. DNA. Flame origin. Oh my God. The Lyrian ancestry. The star scroll keepers. The Roman Gypsies, the Temple of Dreamers, Singers, Sacred Voice and Keepers, the Highland Celtic codes, the stonework, the earth grid, the nature connection, contract sealing, cutting karmic cords through song and fire, the temple builders, the scroll keepers, the grid walkers, the golden timeline walkers, the prophecy visions, the guardian of gateways, oh my God, it goes on and on, the telepathic energy. Awakening ancient structures, removal of fake spiritual teachers. I said that one. I must like that one. Oh my God. The harmonic layering in your voice cannot be copied. Cannot be copied. You need to use it for your benefit. The flame signature lock is encoded in your voice. This is why I say voice of the flame. This is the voice of the flame. So are you. You're speaking as the voice of the flame. You're activating timeline acceleration. Life is changing because you're unsealing the time locks within you. We have a lot to go over. People are going to rise or they're going to fall. Whether we give it our energy or not is totally up to you. Did you know that a cloak, and this is just from one of my symbol book, is a sign of superior dignity? On the other hand, a cloak is a veil of cutting off a person from the world. How cool is that? All right. So yes, we're looking at our structures. We're looking at our patterns. We're looking at the way that we've done things, and we're getting rid of this note that says hemorrhoids in it in the book. Oh my God. All right, so when's we got the next moon? We had the new moon in Scorpio. So, okay, we're having a full moon in Gemini. Now, didn't we have the Gemini come up? That'll be coming up on December 4th. Full moon, super full moon in Gemini. So on the 30th of November, when we have our Dragonfire ignition, it's going to propel us forward into this full moon. Wow, we've only got one more after that for the whole year, because I write them on a piece of paper because I use them so often. Yeah, so, all right. Anyway, I hope you all have a safe and happy Thanksgiving, and practice, say what you need to say. I know some people dread Thanksgiving. We don't have to worry about that because there's only the three of us here and the dogs. So we just party. That's what we're going to have. Fun day tomorrow. It's going to be cold though. But we'll have our fire. We'll be getting wood. We'll be messing around with the dogs and just being grateful, right? So see what comes in, see what starts happening. So I hope that this was helpful to you, and more things will be coming real soon. I'm hoping in December I'll be able to push out at least a foundational type of a course, so that people can get to say that this is the starting point and go from there. And I will see you real soon. Okay, many blessings, stay strong, and bye for now.